Okay, hi, welcome to Egghead's Barbecue and Grill, fire pit build. So we're moving right along. We've already used the fire pit for a pig roast. It worked great, but a few decided to add a couple things. First of all, we're going to add a door so it's sideways. We're adding a door right here just to make it easier to feed the fire, to clean out ash, that sort of thing. So I've just cut some angle iron and set it into a hole that I cut in just to serve as a frame for the door. And then we have this piece where I've put the fire ribbon on here, and that's just going to seal right up against. So we're going to put a hinge there, so we cleaned up this edge where the hinge is going to go, and I'll clamp the door into place and show you what the hinge will look like. Okay, we've clamped up the door, and what we have is a little hinge. It's made out of just basically a solid piece of pipe that's been cut into 5 equal segments. So we're going to have the top, the middle, and the bottom attached to the door, and then the other 2 pieces welded to the stove itself. And it's just going to sit in here like so, nestled right in there. Give it a little space just so we can more easily install the door once it's welded into place. And I'm leaving the inside rod in there just for now, just to make sure everything is lined up. And so we'll tack it into place, take the rod out, and then finish welding it up. I did want to mention I got a new welding helmet and got a super secret special sticker for it. If anyone plays Mass Effect, they'll know exactly what that is. Anyway, we'll finish setting up and get the welding in. Okay, well, let's see if it worked. Clean off the hinges. So if you've watched any other parts of this, you know that I'm trying to learn to weld in this process. So looks like some of those, the bottom ones on the door, are okay. The ones on the top, I clearly didn't fill enough. We can always go back and add some more material in there if we need to. Let's put the pin in and see if she works. Moment of truth. Hey, we've got a door. What do you know? All right, cool. So we're going to add a handle down on the other end, and I'll show you how that's going to work. Okay, let's see how this latch is going to go on. First of all, we're putting in these little corner pieces as well. Got one on so far, just to act as an extra ruggedness, so in case it needs to be roughly handled, getting in or out of the trailer. Let's check the door again. There we go, working door. It's pretty cool. So all the latch is going to be is a piece of bar that's going to have a bolt here so it can go up and down, and then there'll be a little hook welded here that the bar can be lifted up, pushed in, and then slid behind the hook. I think that'll be the simplest way to latch this door. So let me cut a few parts and show you how it's going to go together. Okay, so we've cut the pieces, cleaned them up, and discovered a slight miscalculation. If this were flat up against here, then this offset would be fine. But it's offset by more than just the thickness of the door. There's the thickness of the frame, and then the thickness of the gasket liner. So we're still going to use this little angle as the piece that serves to attach the latch onto here, but we're going to have to cut out a little bit extra on the back of this latch in order for the handle, which will be here, to fit behind it. So not much of a setback. We've got some holes marked for drilling where the actual pivot is going to be for the handle, so it's going to be able to do that. And this is where the little I'm going to weld a bolt onto here to serve as a little handle for this thing. And then we'll figure out where this needs to go and how deep this extra cut needs to be. So first things first, let's drill a hole and get this guy installed. So we'll just set this more or less in place. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's okay. So that's the height that I want this guy to butt up against the bottom. And we're still going to use this angle, so it'll go something like that, and then we'll just cut out some more from the back of this, and we should be all set. Going just like that. All right, let's put that together. Okay, so we fabricated our little latch. I don't think anyone's going to ask me to join the Machinists Union anytime soon, but still, it was a fun little cut and grind job. So I added a little slope along the top so that the handle can just kind of slide past it and then come down into the main area, and then there's a little lip up there so it just doesn't pop out. I just want it to more or less stay in place without, so just need a little bit of pressure to pop it past that lip. So we're going to put this on the angle and weld it in place and then see how she looks. Okay, looks like we have a working door latch. We have this little bolt on here. Push it in, pop it over, open it up, all good. Slide down the little edge there. Pops into place. Nice little latch. Decent, I mean, it's just supposed to keep the door closed. I think it does its job. All right, well, we have a working door on the grill now, so a couple more modifications that we'll do in the next part. So we will see you next time.